All right, hello, Brandon Walker. Look at me. Okay, Brandon Walker hosting Pick Central. Pick Central brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook, which is now offering a $1,000 bonus for new players. If your first bet loses, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Download and create an account today. Use code PICK to unlock your $1,000 bonus. Be sure to use code PICK to unlock your $1,000 bonus. Terms apply. You must be 21 or over. A gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. The boys that are in today are these following boys. Myself, Martin Archibald Mush, and Big F. Hello, Big F.
Brandon, hello.
You look like the Caribbean today.
I feel good. I feel like the Caribbean.
Good. Why do you feel so good?
Won some money last night, I guess. The weather's nice. I'm a big weather. I'm a seasonal depression guy.
Yeah,
I don't like the winter.
I think everyone. I've realized everyone. I am too.
the weather snapped out of it. Now it's a little cooler today, but it's a good cool.
Feels good.
Once it hits like 60 and above, that's perfect.
Yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be a test. Tomorrow the high is 61.
Like that works for me. I'll still be in shorts.
60s are.
Now I think I'm officially shorts. Like pants are in the.
Tomorrow's a choice for me because I said once I wear shorts, I'm shorts from here on out. But if it's 55 when I leave,
what you're wearing now is the hoodie and shorts is nothing.
Shorts
better.
is great.
There's nothing better than this. The hoodie and shorts is fantastic.
Scumbag Golf's back tomorrow.
Really?
Well, we're filming tomorrow.
Where are you going to play?
Dana's not a part of it, but
Who's going to play?
I don't want to say it yet.
You didn't invite me.
I invited all of you.
You didn't invite me.
But I know Big Ev will play with me at one point. I literally asked.
I don't have any clubs. I don't have my clubs right now.
I asked Brandon. I said, "Do you want to play golf this week before Pick Central, whatever?" And he goes, "It's sunny out." That was the excuse. It is sunny out.
You do usually play golf in the sun.
Sorry, I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all should know this.
Brandon doesn't leave the driving range.
Y'all should know this by now. I don't play in the sun.
You have one club in your bag.
It's gonna be 60.
And
you know what? Scumbag Golf. You could tee up in the fairway. That's a great. You could use a driver twice.
I don't play in the sun. I don't know what to tell you.
All right. So when it's
not the temperature. It's the light.
So the first cloudy day.
I need a cloudy day around 65 degrees.
Okay.
With a little wind.
Overcast.
Yeah.
I can't. The wind. Let's keep out the wind. You gotta be lenient a little bit.
You're gonna have to give me a perfect day. Has to be exactly. Perfect.
All right. Well, it's back, so everyone go follow it because this one's gonna be good.
You're about 2 years late on Scumbag Golf. You should have done Scumbag Golf 2 years ago. I remember I told you.
I know.
That's your one brand that would take off.
And it did take off. And
then
Dana's got so many different.
Dana's hot and cold.
Dana he goes 100 miles an hour and then it's about 14 miles an hour.
Speaking of which, when's the
beer pong tournament?
When's the beer pong tournament coming back? It's still paused?
Yeah, me and Big Ever in it, Elite 8.
Yeah, still alive.
I think Taylor
still alive.
Taylor Lewan's still
lost.
Coley's still in it. If he's allowed to come back.
I think I was supposed to play Coley.
Coley's still in it?
I think that was my Elite 8 matchup.
There was a singer that was in it?
I think Mike Stud was still in it.
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
and I think you can replace Coley. You could play Big Ev.
Yeah. Well, I already got beat, so I
got beat twice.
I don't believe in but it's still going.
Nicky Mush
got in there as well.
Was this tournament in 2019, 2020? It
was COVID.
I'm sorry. Can I just really quick
say whatever you want?
Speaking of Nicky Mush, he texted me before the show. He goes, "You got to try this app. It's too good to go, and you get a surprise bag from restaurants before they're closing."
Evo was nodding his head.
Yeah, my roommate uses that. He loves it.
You just it's $5 and you get a surprise bag, so it's all scraps pretty much.
Yeah, anything that they don't use.
I kind of fucking love that. He goes, "I'm going tonight. I got going at 9:45 tonight."
To a pizza place?
Yeah,
I've done it a bunch.
Late reservation.
The best places to do it are Spanish places because they just load you up on all the rice and beans and the meat and everything like that. Like if there's any Spanish place on there, always do that.
I'm gonna try this. This sounds electric.
Colin, you've done this multiple times?
I've done it a couple times before. I when I first found out about it, I thought it was the coolest thing. I did it for like a week and then I was over it. But they do have some good options on there.
So you just get a ton of food to take and just stick at your house?
Yeah, it's pretty much anything they want to like serve you with. Like they'll just give you anything. You go to a pizza place, they'll give you a bunch of slices, calzones, salads. Like they'll give you a bunch of stuff.
Is it ever like they barely give you anything?
No, it's always like a generous amount. Like it's definitely worth it.
Okay. All right.
Shout out Julio.
Shout out to Julio. Why?
He was on Bupkis.
Really? That's Pete
uh,
Davidson's show on
Davidson's
Peacock.
show.
He's boys with Pete
I
Davidson.
didn't know that. I was watching. I said, "Holy shit, that's Julio."
I realized it because I watched Pete Davidson where he was hosting a stand-up thing, and it was 4 or 5 people, and Julio was just one of them.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, I know that guy.
Okay, now that we've gotten all the important stuff out of the way.
Yeah, we had to get it all out.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what you do. I think we're going to actually have a spirited discussion about this game because in the Pick Central group chat, Marty Mush, who is on the Lakers 30-1 to win the championship and who's on the Lakers to win last night's game and who's on the Lakers to win the series, treated last night as if the Lakers won.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't.
They didn't win the physical game, but they won the momentum.
No, I don't
they
think
did.
they did.
Oh,
Here's
they
the thing. You can look at that game and say, oh, they closed strong and they came back and they cut it to 3 within the final minute. But ultimately, that doesn't change the fact that for 36 minutes they were getting destroyed and played their way into a hole. And if that happened once, you're telling me just because the fourth quarter was close, that's not going to happen again?
I'm not sure if you ever heard of the word adjustments, but the Lakers made an adjustment on their defensive scheme.
I'm not sure if you've ever heard of the word game 2.
They
have an entire 2 days to come up with adjustments.
Yeah, which is even more time for the Lakers to prepare for this.
So the Nuggets can adjust.
The Nuggets can. The Nuggets definitely can, but we'll see if the Lakers. The reason why the Lakers are here now because they've adjusted to each team.
Well, they won game 1 against the Grizzlies. They won game 1 against the Warriors.
Yeah, and then they adjusted after they lost.
They're in an adjustment law.
They're in an adjustment off. But so let me tell you something. Rui Hachimura on Jokic was rattled. He was definitely not himself.
He missed a few shots.
And he was getting frustrated. And then he got blocked by Anthony Davis twice after that because Anthony Davis doesn't need to cover Aaron Gordon that much.
So what you're telling me is in a world where the Lakers have momentum because they figured Jokic out, in a world where he scored 34, had 21 rebounds, and 14 assists.
They figured him out in the fourth quarter, yes.
It can't be he just didn't play as well in the fourth quarter as he did the first 3 quarters.
No,
he was getting shots off on Hachimura.
He's going to get 30. He's going to get 30.
He's going to get all of these numbers.
Anthony Davis had 40 yesterday. No one's talking about that. He had 40 points.
Yeah, and the Lakers, what?
Yeah, but they lost by 5, 6. What? We're talking about they didn't get smoked.
You getting 40 from Davis every night?
Honestly, the way he played last night, he can.
Okay, well, I know Jokic is giving me that every night.
It depends on game 2 because he's every other day Anthony, and I don't know if he's going to. But are you going to get 16 from fucking Brown? You're not going to get 16 from Brown every night from the Nuggets.
Both these teams had generational shooting nights last night. Let's not act like this wasn't just a crazy offensive performance. They both shot over 50% from 3.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Where I was seeing a lot of people on the Lakers side of things last night being like, "Oh, Lakers in a great spot. They lost by 6. The Nuggets shut the lights out." They both pretty much shot identically. They both shot the lights out. If you look at their numbers, 3s and 2s, they shot pretty much the same percentage.
In all realness, I don't think that game said anything. This game's, I think it's still wide open. Obviously, the Nuggets have an advantage being up 1-0, obviously. But do you really think that was such a, Nuggets going to run through this?
I think it showed a lot of the, Jokic is going to get his, and he's going to get Jamal Murray his. The Nuggets are going to be very hard for the Lakers to stop. Very hard.
The one thing I took from it too is that the Nuggets immediately got the Lakers to play their game. It was fast. It was fast from the jump. The went over by 30+ points. It was easy. That tempo is not. The Lakers don't want to play 130, 125 games.
The Lakers
want to play the low hundreds.
The Lakers realize when they score, they need to get back in 4 seconds because they were kind of sluggish at first, and the Nuggets were on a 4-on-3.
They also were doing that without even really contesting rebounds.
Yeah,
Jokic was eating up in the glass, but he was making some great offensive rebounds, 2 putbacks. But on defense, he was getting a lot of just uncontested rebounds. They shot the ball and don't crash. They go straight back. They go straight back and still weren't really able to defend.
He had 4 offensive rebounds in the first half. That's insane.
Great. No, he was a monster.
Yeah, good for him.
I was saying they were my
not a big bag of milk. He's going to do this every night.
Marty, you can't win if you're doing that.
No, you can.
My point was more they were getting back
five.
on defense, and they still couldn't stop them in transition.
It's
crazy.
There's a reason why they went on a run at the end of the game because Schroeder was playing great defense on Jamal Murray. That's a guy who needs to have that motor the entire time when Jamal Murray's playing. Rui Hachimura.
There were 2 possessions in a row where he just read the screen wrong and went under, and he just banged 2 threes.
We're gonna
in his
do
face.
2 fucking. And
Well, you
also
just said
Schroeder
down the stretch he was doing great. He read the
was
screen
doing
wrong.
great. What are you
played,
talking
He played the
about?
screen.
Marty, I also
Schroeder played a great defense on Jamal Murray. He also got called for a foul that wasn't a foul when he went on that. That was
Jamal Murray score?
Huh?
I mean, Jamal Murray score.
This was in the fourth
31.
quarter. Fourth quarter.
I think there was a little bit of regression coming to the Nuggets, who were shooting like 60% coming into the fourth quarter.
What?
I don't know how to say it more plainly
I
than
didn't
that.
listen to a word you said.
And they were so hot.
When I get angry,
they were so hot.
I don't listen to
it. There was no way they were going to keep shooting at that clip.
Right.
They were just so hot. Obviously, you're going to start.
What does that mean? What? Of course,
You don't think there was natural regression coming because they were shooting?
But the Lakers also were still like the Lakers. I'm telling you, played a different game in the end of the third quarter to the fourth quarter. They played a wholly different style.
There were 4 quarters last night.
D'Angelo Russell didn't play from the third and fourth. Basically, the half of the third and all fourth quarter.
There were 4 quarters last night. The Lakers played good in one of them. And you think that 1 quarter is what's going to be the rest of the series?
No, obviously I don't. I think that'd be an insane thing, but it showed me that they can definitely beat this team. Like it's not like it was at first.
I don't think there was ever any doubt they could beat this team.
Me and Big Av texted each other in the second quarter. I said, "Oh shit," and then I was like,
I thought it was the end of the third.
And then the third. Well, yeah, I was like, oh, shit.
I texted you when Jokic hit the buzzer beater at the end of the third quarter. I was this guy.
But then I did see when if you can have Rui on him at the top of the key, and when Anthony Davis was getting picked off of Jokic, he was doing whatever the fuck he wanted, and we couldn't have that. So Rui, when he gets picked, Anthony Davis gets on him. And Rui can cover whoever because he's a big who can do the 4, he can do the 5, so it helped out a lot. Second game is going to be a huge game for the Lakers. They have to win that game.
Oh yeah, no, there's no doubt about that.
You know who I can see picking up some D'Lo minutes? Maybe Troy Brown Jr. They get some wing defense in there because D'Lo and Lonnie Walker are just liabilities on defense. You can't play them out there.
The one thing I will say though, for the Nuggets to win the series, they need more from the bench.
They have the bench.
Their bench is really just 3 guys.
But Brown's not going to have.
But I'm saying they need a. But no, you're right. Like obviously, but they need a little bit more. Like I don't think scoring what they scored 20 points off the bench and like 16 of them were at Brown.
19
I'm saying that's not. I don't think that's sustainable. Like Brown's gonna have to give him a little more. Jeff Green's gonna have to give him a little more.
Christian Brown on offense is a serious liability for them. He's good on the defensive end, but he can't hit open shots.
Jeff Green will be playing in the playoffs of the NBA until we're all 90.
Oh my God!
He helps your team win.
Jeff Green's just always been there for 2 decades.
Yeah.
And then he's 35, whatever age he is. He'll just break out a big dunk every now and then. He'll just dunk on somebody.
I remember when he got drafted.
He was Durant's draft class, right?
He was. I think he was like 4th overall pick or something like that.
I think he was 3rd. Was he 3rd to Durant and Oden?
I thought he was 4th.
It might have been 4th. I don't know who would have been 3rd.
But I do agree with Big Ev where the bench is not like – it's kind of like the Suns. The Suns had no bench at all, and you can't win when it's just those starting 5 every time. But the Lakers also need to have people step up as well.
2007 draft class? Was he in there?
Yeah. He was 9th, I believe.
9th. We were both wrong.
This says.
9 shit.
Well, that's not right.
Yeah, my bad.
What's the test tested?
Oh, that's his big board.
No. Let's
Fifth.
just.
There we go. He was 5th.
5th.
Well, I need to know who third and fourth were. If we can find who 3rd and 4th were.
That Georgetown team was sick.
Odin. So it was Odin, Durant.
There we go.
Brandon Roy wasn't in that. Horford and Conley.
Oh, Conley, that's right. Fuck.
1 and 4.
Conley.
Actually, it's a damn fine top 5.
Not a bad draft in general.
That's a damn fine top 5.
Al Thornton had a decent career.
Corey Brewer was okay for a little bit.
Young, Bellinelli had a decent.
So Noah's going to be in there somewhere, right? I don't see him.
No, he was there. He's up top. He's 9.
Wilson Chandler?
All right. Spencer Hawes wasn't really much.
He's a friend of Wilson Chandler, decent player.
Jared Dudley, fucking.
Flalo had Splitter had a decent career. Flalo. A couple guys that hung around a little bit. Jared Dudley, good career.
Carl Landry from 2. I remember that name.
Big Baby.
Huh. Is there somebody good in the second round of that draft? I don't think so.
Big Baby's probably the best.
Marc Gasol. There he is.
Oh, wow.
Marc Gasol had a hell of a career.
Great player. Torian Green.
I love looking at drafts.
Raymond
DJ
Sessions.
Strawberry, remember him?
Yeah.
There's nothing more. It's so fun looking at drafts.
It's so fun looking at drafts.
Raymond Sessions was a classic. Like,
This is
backup point
this is
guard
the
for a
best way
while.
to prepare for the dozen.
Nevada? Is he Nevada?
Maybe.
Ramon Sessions?
I think.
All right, go ahead.
I was just saying this is the best way to study for the dozen is you go through drafts.
Yeah. Yeah.
You learn colleges and positions.
Oh, I have to study for the dozen. You know, we're one of the best.
Yeah,
teams
you
of
might
all
need to
time.
study this year, buddy.
This this isn't a dozen, but I'm sure the dozen's going to be out there. Who is making sure there's construction in our desk at 11 o'clock?
I don't know what they're building out there.
No, that's for the Project
It's
Verify,
it's fine. I don't care who it's for, but like, do it at last night when everyone leaves.
I don't think the show is still. Is it tonight? When is it? Tomorrow night?
It's Thursday.
Thursday.
So tomorrow night.
But it's fine. Just you can't do that, right?
What do you want? You want to get rid of the banging and sawing and all that, and so you can hear Frank's rants a little bit better?
Honestly, yes. Frank's been killing
He came
me.
in and hammered Spider.
killing me,
Spider
bro.
said the Mets will be fine 3 weeks ago. He goes, "Don't you ever say those words.
Frank's
Don't
right.
you ever say the Mets will be
Well,
fine."
in fairness,
It's so funny.
the Mets are just absolute trash.
Oh, they are
They're
awful.
horrible.
They are god awful.
I just said, hey, Frank, I'm being crucified.
What did Spider do?
He said, the Mets are going to be okay. Never, ever use that phrase again.
When's it okay? This is gonna be great. 3 weeks ago?
Yes. The Mets are 2-15 in their last 17 games.
That's not true. I don't think.
Close.
It's actually close.
James,
It's not crazy.
They've only had a lead in 3 different games.
That's also
It's a curse.
different.
Spider.
They go down and they roll over and die. They've been outscored in 4 seconds this year, 97-4.
Just two grown ass men.
I'm just tired of this shit. just
to a combined like 7 kids.
just ready to get to work. That's all. NASCAR this weekend, upcoming race, the NASCAR All-Star Race at North Wilkesboro Speedway, May 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern on FS1. The All-Star Race, North Wilkesboro Speedway, returning to one of their original tracks there in NASCAR. Remember, this is the 75th anniversary of NASCAR this year, and they've got the Chicago Street Race coming up July 2nd. Hopefully, if all goes right, I'll be a resident of the Chicago area by July 1st. Certainly not Chicago. I am way out. I am basically mid-Wisconsin. Anyway, Chicago Street Race, July 2nd. Again, this week, though, the NASCAR All-Star Race takes over the North Wilkesboro Speedway, May 21st, 8 p.m. Eastern on FS1, so check it out. All right, so we got the Nuggets. Listen, I think this is going to be a good series.
It was an amazing game.
It was
last night.
an incredible game. It was fun to watch. It was really for anybody that says NBA is boring, whatever. If you watch that game, it's just nonstop action. And you know, a lot of playoff games can get into half-court games and defensive slogs, and this one did not. This one was just up and down, up and down. It was fun to watch. Nuggets ultimately won, and it gets me excited for Game 2. Now, it came out at 6.5, or it shot down to 5.5 pretty much immediately.
Yeah. Lakers, I'm all over Lakers. And my friend got kicked out last night.
Of what?
The game.
Why'd you have a friend at the game?
He was sitting courtside. He texted me this morning and says, I got
it Russell
kicked out
Wilson?
for this. No, he's such a cornball, that fucking guy. He was sitting courtside. Austin Reeves hit a 3.
Yeah.
He jumped up, went like this,
Yeah.
kicked him out. Nuggets fucking scumbags won't let the other team come over and hang out. That's not right. Other fans.
No, I got it. I heard. Yeah.
Not right.
All right, I don't care about your friend. I mean, if he's your friend, he's an idiot anyway. So
No, he's a good guy.
is he?
Yeah.
Good for him.
The guy's probably if it's a Marty friend, he's probably super famous and successful.
Super famous. It was Terrence Ross.
He's waiting for us to ask, but we're not.
No, I'm not. I'm not asking because
We're not
didn't
asking.
do it for that.
He's probably like a 10-time All-Star.
Troy
I just
Tulowitzki.
want to show you the clip.
We don't need to. It's going to be like
I'm not even going to show you who the person is.
going to be somebody from
What?
The Bachelor.
See, watch this guy right here.
I remember the 3.
He got kicked out for that.
He's a little excessive.
He's like on the court.
You'll
Got
know.
kicked out for that.
Jumping
So I
jacks.
guess you are very close.
That's crazy kicked out for that. He was excited for a 3 to cut it down to 2 or 3.
Was he a Lakers fan or was he betting?
He's a Lakers fan.
Lakers fan.
Oh, it would have
and betting.
Because it would have been better if it was just.
Well, it is betting. It's let's say it's probably over 100,000 if they win.
I'm not going to ask you who it is.
I'm not asking for you to. I would have said.
You're making it harder.
I would have said the name.
No, I'm curious, but I'm trying to refrain.
You guys should know because I've said it before.
What you're doing right now is you're sitting in a boat with a hook hanging over the water. You're saying, I'm not fishing.
I would have said the name if I wanted to say
Just
it.
because you haven't changed the bait yet doesn't mean.
I have a guess in my head.
Well,
Ebo says he knows it.
I know it.
he for sure knows.
I think I might be right, but I'm not sure.
I don't have a guess because me and Marty don't talk outside of the show.
That's a lie.
Okay, just relax. Can we do one thing? Can you be a professional wrestler for one moment?
Terminator's kid.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Can we talk about how wrong Rico is about Wembanyama?
What did he say about Wembanyama?
Well, not about Wembanyama, about him going to the Spurs.
He said that Spurs would be the best place.
Well, I just listen. I watched that draft lottery, and that's just so. First of all, it's fucking bullshit that one team got to win the lottery when David Robinson was available. They got to win it when Tim Duncan was available. Now they get the next generational.
That's what I said. It's not. They just whenever there's generational talent, they just win.
That's just horse shit. That shouldn't. The NBA shouldn't allow that. And no, I'm sorry. It's the most boring place for him to go.
It's so boring.
We've already seen a dynasty that Spurs, and it was the most boring dynasty of all time.
I wanted Dame to get him bad. I wanted him to go to the Blazers.
That'd be sick.
I wanted to pair him with somebody who's good now, where they could win.
I wanted to put him in those Hornets colors, and I
wouldn't have hated him with a Melo.
If you go around this office, ask for 3 players on the Spurs right now to help out Wembanyama, I'd be like, because no one gives a fuck about the Spurs.
They're just bad. I mean, they're really bad.
They're so bad.
They had one good player, Murray, and they traded him away.
That's what I was gonna say. Murray's not even there. Like Wembanyama, like no one's wants to be like, I want to watch the San Antonio.
Who's their
Spurs
best player?
tonight.
Like Keldon Johnson.
I don't know.
A lot of the replies I got last night was, yeah, well, he's going to the best coach in the best organization. Well, since Duncan retired, they've been god-awful.
It's like, yes, he was one of the best coaches. He's not anymore. He's fucking old. Things go past.
How long is he going to
players.
coach, too? I mean, like, he's
just doing it now because he's like, fuck, why not? I got Wembanyama.
I was like, this might extend him potentially if he does.
I think he might have been excited about retiring, and he's watched the lottery. Oh, fuck.
Man, this guy's got some fucking pressure on him. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
People are guessing. I was like, people forget how hyped LeBron was. I think Woj somebody said he was the most hyped high school ever. There was someone showed a clip of LeBron in high school saying, a reporter looking dead in his face saying, "Your first ballot Hall of Famer."
Bob Costas said that.
Your first ballot Hall of Famer bust to an 18-year-old.
It's Wembanyama is the closest there's been since that.
That's probably
but
fair.
it's not even close. I don't think.
I would even say
all
like
of LeBron's games on ESPN.
Yeah, I mean,
it was. I was sitting. I wanted to make sure I sat down to watch his high school game.
Bryce Harper's close.
I was going to mention him too, but
there's not really a national presence of media for baseball. But all of a sudden, it was like this 14-year-old was on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
I remember I had a poster in my room. It was right after he got drafted. He was like 17 or 18. He had a full spread in Under Armour magazine and like Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. Like the closest besides Wembanyama, I mean like Zion, you knew a lot about in high school, but it wasn't even close to this. Like
his was more like the highlight reel dunking than it was like pure.
Have y'all really
the best player ever?
Really watched Wembanyama highlights?
Yeah.
The video of him when he's 16 just beating Rudy Gobert off the bounce is pretty insane.
I just saw clips from him yesterday that he doesn't even look real.
No, he's
when he goes through the lane and his arms and his hands are so long, he doesn't even look real.
He's 7'5".
I saw a video of him stretching his toes yesterday. It really upset me.
The effortlessness that he shoots the ball with he literally looks like he's Durant, but a half a foot taller.
It's
insane.
It's insane.
You guys
probably a better defender.
You guys see him standing next to Mbappe?
No, it's got to be disturbing. Good Lord.
How tall is Mbappe? Like 5'10"?
Mbappe's 5'10", 5'9", 5'10".
Jesus.
Look how long his arms are.
Hang down to his knees.
His arms
legs are long as
His arms could be a first down chain.
He's so big.
I
just hope he stays healthy. Like, how is his body going to stay healthy?
That's the one thing because he reminds me. I think his ceiling is much higher. I remember when the Knicks drafted Porzingis. I see a little bit of that in his game.
Yeah.
And Porzingis has dealt with it But yeah, I hope he does, and hopefully his feet and everything, his legs stay intact because he looks like a just unbelievable talent.
He's a unicorn. Yeah, go ahead.
I gave you a sheet of like teams and their number 1 overall picks. Are the Spurs the best with number 1 picks all time?
Oh, good. Okay. Let's see who the teams with the best number 1 overall picks.
I tried to pick some of the ones that like have had a lot of number 1s.
So the Spurs, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and now Wembanyama. So that's wow. That's 2 Hall of Famers, and then the most hyped prospect in 20 years. The Cavs have had LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Austin Carr, who had a good career, Brad Daugherty had a good career, and then Anthony Bennett, Andrew Wiggins. They've had 6 number 1s. The Rockets, John Lucas, good player, Ralph Sampson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Yao Ming.
Pretty good.
Pretty damn good. The Lakers, Magic Johnson, James Worthy are their 2 number 1 picks.
Very good.
And the Magic, Dwight Howard, Shaq, Chris Webber, and Paolo Banchero.
Wow.
Lakers also had Elgin
Magic
Baylor
is
when they were
really
the
good.
Milwaukee Lakers.
Well, they were certainly never the Milwaukee Lakers.
Or whatever or the Minneapolis
There
Lakers,
you
I'm
go.
sorry.
There you go. They're one of those teams in the NBA that should have changed names when they moved.
Jazz.
Utah Jazz being one of them, yes. But the LA Lakers doesn't even make sense. They don't have lakes. Minnesota has lakes.
Lakers is such a good name, though.
Lakers is a good name, but it doesn't.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Jazz is also a good name.
Those classic sports teams have just like such like unique and cool names.
We were so much better
Red
at
Wings.
making names back then, yeah. We just didn't care. We'd throw anything out there.
We're really
Except
bad
the
at
Cleveland.
names.
Cleveland's like, what's our coach's last name? Brown? All right, cool. Let's go with the Browns.
We're really bad at picking names now.
Yeah, it's
Kraken?
Commanders.
Everyone overthinks it too much.
Commanders, Guardians.
Kraken. Do you like Kraken?
No, I think Kraken's trying too hard.
Kraken is trying hard.
But it's
Their
like
jerseys are so good, though.
I know. Let's see. I don't know. I just think that we're not doing well with names. The football team was our best name.
The Washington football team.
Very stupid names like
If that had been their name in 1920 and just stayed forever, it would be the most classic name ever.
best. They'd probably be one of the best franchises ever.
Washington football
It's
team.
the football team.
Especially like Washington, it just goes.
Yeah.
You don't have to say Washington. You just say the football team. You know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
I still say the football team.
But even like in the 80s and 90s, all right, like Heat, Magic, those were all bad names. Like Thunder, I don't think Heat, Magic, and Thunder are good names. We decided at some point to just go with we didn't like S's for a while.
I don't mind the Magic because I think the Magic at least like fits Orlando. Obviously, like Heat and Miami, I get the reference.
Yeah.
But Orlando Magic, I don't mind.
Like Oklahoma City Thunder.
No.
Doesn't pop like Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah, Sonics is better.
I mean, fuck. Seattle Supersonics should just be used forever. Yes.
Like even Dodgers is like it's about dodging
Trolleys in
trolley
Brooklyn.
cars. Like
Yeah.
that's sick.
Yeah. Which was in Brooklyn where they had trolley cars.
So they should have changed their name as well.
They should have.
What 9 teams don't end with an S?
In what?
Every sport.
In the Big Four?
Yep.
The Heat, the Thunder, the Magic.
Jazz.
Yep. Red Sox, White Sox.
Kraken.
Uh-huh. It's got to be more than 9 at this point.
Kraken might have just
Yeah. Lightning. Uh-huh. Were we close?
yeah.
What have we? Is there one we don't have?
Yeah.
We got Heat, we got Thunder, we got Trail.
Is there a baseball one I'm missing?
It's got to be another. There's probably another baseball one. We got the Cubs, the Sox, and then you add the 2. I'm gonna go through football now. I got nothing. What is it?
You're missing 2 hockeys.
Avalanche.
Oh.
Okay.
It's our weak spot.
Well, I would have if he had told me 2 hockeys. I could have focused on hockey. Let me focus on the other hockey real quick. One more hockey.
Yeah.
Ducks. Kings, Oilers, Caps, Red Wings, Blackhawks, the Predators, Hurricanes, Islanders, Flyers, Rangers. Wild.
There you go.
Just had to get up north.
A good question.
Yeah, it is a good question. I don't want to stall the show, but I kind of want to ask the same question to you guys, but college football.
Oh.
There's 10.
Wow.
I think there's 10.
Like their nicknames?
Yeah.
Stanford.
This is easy. There's
Oh, oh, God. Okay, I see.
college football.
I thought you were talking about the mascot.
Oh, it's not the mascot.
Oh no,
College is
Stanford
still
Cardinal.
got it.
Let Cooper go.
Cardinal.
Oh, Cardinal.
Yeah. No, Cooper, don't say yours because this is embarrassing. They don't have it.
Come on.
Well, no, but I was confused. Now, see, then you got it. Crimson, obviously. Crimson.
Very big teams, guys.
Yeah. So we got two
Marshall.
So far?
2.
No, we got
Navy.
the Crimson Tide.
Stop, Ebo, because I know you can do it. You didn't say Crimson Tide.
We did.
I
did.
did.
I didn't hear you. 3. The show has
New Orleans school.
ground to a halt.
New Orleans school.
Show is
Wayne?
Oh, Tulane, the Green Wave.
4.
You just popped it on us.
Well, you popped that one on me, and we just went through it like nothing.
Yeah, okay.
The NFL, the pro sports one's easier because
No, it's not.
basketball.
Way
The
easier.
basketballs are very like boom, boom, boom. There's less to pick from. College is like 300. They all have D1 football.
Yeah.
That's what I think of.
Ohio school.
Or just the wait.
I mean, there's a major one they're not getting. That's not in Ohio. There's a major one.
No. Was it Bowling Green? No.
The Falcons.
I'm trying to remember a lot of the mascots.
The Rockets. There's a lot of Ohio schools. Ohio Bobcats. Kent State, the Golden Flashes.
Maybe move one state over to Indiana.
There's the Sycamores, the Hoosiers. I'm drawing blanks now. Oh, Notre Dame.
Thank you. We're going to move on now.
I thought we started with
what's
Notre
the- what's
Dame.
Nobody said Notre Dame.
What's the Ohio one?
I actually got that wrong. So
You thought
I
Notre
mean,
Dame
running
was
through
in
Ohio, so I'm running through like all the colleges.
Did you think Notre
I
Dame
did-
was in Ohio for a
I
second?
didn't know. I did Golden Flash in my head.
Okay. All right. You didn't get UMass. You didn't get Syracuse.
UMass doesn't count. They're not a team. They're an
Oh,
FBS team.
all right.
Syracuse, I should have had. That one's on me.
All right.
There's so many colleges. It's hard to decide through, like, going through all the conferences. Way more teams.
Yeah. Spurs. David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Victor Wembanyama. That's just bullshit. That's bullshit. And then you got teams like that come around when there's a shitty number 1 pick.
They haven't fixed it for the Knicks in a while. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't.
85 and then just cut us off?
There's literally so many other teams I'd want him to like. Last night, I would have been fine
Blazers
with
would be
the
great.
Blazers. I would have been
Damn,
fine with the
would've been
Hornets.
awesome.
I would have been fine. I would have loved I know the Bulls didn't have much of a chance, but like
I kind of like Pistons too.
Pistons would have been great.
I wouldn't have hated the
Magic,
Pistons because I think they have a
Magic
nice
would've been-
core.
I thought Magic would have been amazing.
Magic was my favorite because of the core they have.
There's so many more. Like to say that he's going with Pop is awesome is the most boring thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
If he's good as they say, though, it could change real quick, though.
I think they also have a shit ton of cap room. I think they can, and
Yeah,
they
after-
have like they've stacked first round picks too, so
They
they're
mu-
built to build.
They must.
Who knows? Like,
have
he has some crazy year.
cap room.
all of
They're
a sudden,
probably
year
paying
two shit could
nobody-
change.
paying
They
nobody.
got cap room, they got draft picks, and they got the generational talent. Like they could turn into the best franchise in the league in the next
I
15
think
years.
it's like you think with their colors they should be cool.
I've always liked their uniforms.
Yeah. All right.
It's Tim Duncan's fault. That's what it is.
Tim Duncan was an incredible player, but a boring player.
Yeah, he's literally called the fundamental.
Which is a great nickname, the Big Fundamental.
Like that.
Great nickname, which transitions me into talking about something I want to talk about. You guys, I guess they lost my number. You guys went on the dog walk draft with the Chicago boys and drafted the best nicknames in sports. And every now and then, the dog walk will do a draft topic that is near and dear to my heart, and it'll do a draft topic, and I look at the draft and I wonder, are these motherfuckers stupid? Are they just dumb out in Chicago? Now, I'd like to see that graphic, and I'll show you an example. This was the best nickname in sports, and I don't know who it is. But whoever had 1-1 should be barred from this competition forever. This motherfucker took the hick from French Lick. That's not even Larry Bird's best nickname.
That's what we said.
I said it. Yeah, we said it on the show.
Larry Legend is a better nickname for who thinks of every nickname in possible sports and says, you know what, the best one is the hick from French Lick. What a fucking idiot that guy
You
is.
want to know what he said too? Because it rhymed. He liked that it rhymed.
Oh my God.
When we heard it, I was like,
I couldn't believe it.
at first I was like, because I didn't, you don't know people's reaction. And when I heard it at first, I was like, am I fucked? Like, am I picking the wrong names or something? That was one of the worst ones.
I think that's the worst 1-1 I've ever seen in this draft.
When it doesn't,
Should have went undrafted.
you know, when it doesn't hit right away, when you're like, oh, that's that guy.
Yeah.
At first, I had to think. I was like, oh, that's Larry Bird, and then I was like, what the fuck is that?
All right. Let's go with I like the refrigerator. Magic is very good. Magic could have been 1-1. Big Unit's good. Prime Time is good. All these Say Hey Kid, Crime Dog, White Chocolate Sweetness, Black Mamba. I don't like Black Mamba as much. The Great One's incredible. Thomas Hitman Hearns, which that should be Bret Hart. The Kid, AK-47 Teddy Ball Game, which he was also
So you don't like
nicknamed
the
Kid.
bus.
The Worm.
You just skipped over.
Oh, I did not mean to skip over the bus because that's a great nickname.
I actually was surprised when I said it. I didn't get any pop when I was.
Oh, the bus was good.
Everyone was just silent. I was kind of surprised.
Iron Mike, Hefty Lefty, Round Mountain Rebound, which that's not even his best nickname either. Pistol, Admiral, and then I think 5 stole the draft. And I know 5 is you, Marty, but I think 5 won the draft with its last 2 picks, The Answer and Dr. J back to back.
Would have you rather? So Dr. J was. I will say, Big Ed was going to pick it, but
I handed it to him.
I knew I couldn't believe it was still there. But did you think The Answer is better than the truth? Because it's hard because of the player. The player is better.
I think The Answer is
AI
better than the truth. I think The Answer is incredible.
I agree.
See, to me, I'd rather have AI, but the truth to me is just nickname by itself is like the truth.
Yeah.
Think about how
They're both great.
Think about how often people say
The Answer.
but people
How are we going to win this game?
The Answer.
Think about how many times people are going to be like, I'm the truth. Like there's one, the truth, like the original truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people can lie. There's no other answer.
That's right. The answer's the answer.
We even talked about how, but at one point we discussed how we thought that people, if your nickname gets copied, that almost means how, I said how Iron Mike, like other fighters try to use Iron now because it's just such a good nickname. And I think there's a few others like that on the board
So
as well.
which ones did you say? Would you say that?
Well, I just want to throw something that y'all didn't mention, right? Because I think I could take an undrafted team and beat all of you. First of all, the fact that Magic Johnson was allowed and Tiger Woods and Babe Ruth were not said is amazing to me.
Tiger was not allowed. Babe was allowed technically.
Okay, Babe Ruth was allowed and nobody used it.
I considered it really early, and I kept just like I almost took it for White Chocolate, but I White Chocolate I couldn't believe it was there.
Babe Ruth is the most iconic nickname in the history of sports.
It was one that I regret.
All right.
I went with my favorites over like.
How does Magic Johnson get the clearance, but Tiger Woods does not?
So the discussion was Tiger. The nickname Tiger was given to him as a child by his father. Magic Johnson was earned in like college, to my understanding.
All right. So
started watching that.
I wrote down Tiger, Babe, Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Kung Fu Panda is just an incredible nickname.
It's a good nickname.
And I don't want y'all to focus not so much on the player
So I think that's what happened.
and more on the name. I think it did because He Hate Me is out there. Like He Hate Me it changed the game when it came along in the XFL. The Mailman for Karl Malone. Mr. October for Reggie Jackson. That's a badass fucking nickname.
That was one of my honorable mentions. I think was Mr. October.
The Big Hurt was not said, and Spud Webb. Those are the ones I came up with that you guys didn't say.
There was one that we said that like when I was trying not to focus on. Remember, Swaggy P was like such a and Big F said it's like his name is Nick Young. And also Big Sexy wasn't said. That's also that's a good one.
No, I said I think I still on my list because I had a bunch that people didn't use.
No, I think and they were Chicago heavy.
Like Megatron, I thought was a good one. Even where I have
Megatron's a good one.
I said we should do a bad name.
I said the glove, like the gloves.
Glove's great.
And I said Sir Charles, which is what you were referencing.
This could have been a 15-round draft.
Half man, half amazing.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Chocolate Thunder.
Sandy's also good.
Chocolate Thunder. I said Tractor Trailer.
Yeah.
Butterbean, like some.
Big Baby's a good one.
Yeah, I said that. I think that was another one I said too. Is a Big Baby. I said Sugar for Fighters. Like that's one like
Ray Leonard.
Ray Robinson. Some people
think there could
Sugar.
be a bad one. Bad nicknames draft.
What? Give me an example.
I have to I think like Red Rocket's a terrible nickname. Like you don't want to be called a Red Rocket.
Yeah.
Like the Durantula.
Like the Durantula.
Yeah, it's shitty
like
names.
Yeah.
There's some bad ones that.
Slim Reaper's pretty bad
Slim
too.
Reaper's
So he like disbarred Slim Reaper.
There can definitely be. I have to look at some, but there's got to be some more. That
We were talking about it on Friday. Like Big Fundamental is like not really something.
That's a shitty one. Yeah.
If someone said that in the draft, that's just not cool.
That is Tim Duncan.
It's not cool.
It is iconic. You know
No,
who you're
it's
talking
not cool,
about.
but it is Tim Duncan. It's a good nickname
Duncan's
for
not
him.
cool.
I think I got it more intuitive, like player and coolness. That's why
I try to go for like that really like the buzz like that like a nickname that really fits them so well.
What's Shaq's number one nickname? Is it Diesel?
Say Diesel or
Shaq.
that's Shaq.
It is, yeah.
Big Shaq.
It's a shortened name, though.
Big
So I don't think
the
that-
big
Yeah.
Aristotle.
That's why I like his A-Rod one.
Yeah, I don't think
That
so.
nickname.
I don't think it should be. It's a shortened name. It's a
People are
variation on
Getting
it.
mad at like you didn't like people were saying like why didn't you say Air? I was like no one really said Air Jordan.
Nobody
like,
said I got to go watch that Air Jordan.
no, like MJ, yes, but like no one's like I want to see Air.
Really the name of the shoe more than it was.
Yeah.
yeah,
Some good ones from the chat. Shane, the Flying Hawaiian Victorino.
that's a good one.
Flying Hawaiian.
Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator.
That's a good one as well.
Great one as well.
NASCAR was a lot. I just didn't know any.
There's a lot of good fight ones. Like honestly, Wanda like some of the Axe Murderer.
I didn't
So-
really like what Shaq was doing when he was started just flipping teams, and he was just like, "I'm the big Aristotle."
big cactus now?
Yeah.
It was the Big Shamrock when he was
Diesel's
on the
his
Celtics.
DJ name.
Yeah, Diesel. Diesel's a good name.
Diesel's good, and he's. I mean, you have to
Fits.
look like
yeah,
him.
Fits.
Night Train Lane is a badass nickname.
Yep.
I don't want to bring my fake sport in, but I mean, could I have Stone Cold Steve Austin because that's
It's a cool one too.
about
It
as
is.
good as it gets. And Bret the Hitman Hart.
That was one of my favorite drafts, though. That's like that.
That was that's a fun topic.
That could go
I
on.
literally wish we did 10 rounds.
Yeah. But again, leading it off with the hick for French Lick.
I mean, you just know who it is.
Also, I'll say the one I'll say that I said this before we started recording. Even as a Yankees fan, I'll say it. The one that we didn't even say honorable mention is crazy is Big Poppy.
Big Poppy was. Yeah, I just would never say it.
No one even said honorable mention. That's a phenomenal like all-time nickname as well.
We want to mention this other Chicago stuff.
I mean, if you want to, I thought it kind of went under the radar yesterday.
Yeah, it did. It did. I don't know.
Well, you already brought it up, so
I did. I'm not with them. I don't know their interpersonal relationships. I felt like I don't know. I felt like the three of them putting it out as here it is, and he wasn't there to defend himself. I didn't love that.
I just
didn't think that looked good.
So for everything, the mid-show yesterday came out, and it was 20 minutes about. So supposedly Stooley DM'd Carl, and Carl DM'd this whole thing back, kind of like saying how Chief tried to get him fired, all this stuff. And I think that set off Chief, and Chief's like, I'm not going to let us DM go, because that was supposedly going.
But okay, here's my issue with that. When Carl did send that, he did send that privately to a guy that.
Well, DMs are not private.
Oh.
That got leaked.
Okay, well,
It went like.
but it is a private.
Somebody, I just didn't want to speak out like out of where I don't know. Did someone post it?
Yeah, somebody.
Somebody posted
This asshole
on the-
DM'd
on the-
Carl, and Carl DM'd him, and he posted it all over the internet.
I didn't see it posted, but
So that is a private communication that got leaked.
Yeah, but also direct messages aren't like you.
And that's fine. You
as
shouldn't
a
be
social
leaking. You
media
shouldn't be
guy,
sending private messages to a fan who's obviously just trying to get
He's
under your skin.
excited this guy's jerking off to this drama.
But I felt like the three of them presented it. Carl's not there to refute anything, and that's all. That's going to be a one-sided story. Now he's going to be fighting from behind the whole time.
Well, I think it just again, I don't want to speak for any of them, but I think it's been something that's been brewing for 5 to 10 years, and I think on the show they talked about saying that we want to keep this quiet.
Yeah.
Let's just go our separate ways. Nobody talk about it. And I guess Carl talked about it, and then I don't know. I honestly, they seem like they all had some problems that we don't even know the root of it. But it looks, it's what a way to welcome new people into.
Yeah, y'all got to clean that shit up before I get out there.
See, I like all four of them individually.
I do too.
I do too.
Generally, very much.
Well, not all four of them, but I like some of them.
I mean, I
That's I feel I don't know enough of a situation to feel comfortable really commenting on it. Like
The only one I've
Right or
really been
wrong or
around
anything.
for an extended time is Carl, and
have never been around.
and I love the guy. I
didn't
never
say
had
nice
any issue
things
with him.
about me when I had stuff going on, so that's why I reserved on him.
He did or he did not.
Did not.
Oh,
And then and the rest of them I'm more friends with. So I just also am staying out of drama now, as you know, trying to stay out of drama. It's nice to not be in that.
when did you make that decision?
About a year ago.
Yeah, something happened.
Been a year. Wild.
That's still probably the craziest reaction to anything that's ever happened
Ever.
in my 4 years here. just a wild reaction to that.
Yeah, no, that was probably
Anyway, whatever. We don't have to bring up old shit. So where are we at? Oh, the I'm looking like the show's important. Where are we at? Yeah, who gives a fuck? Okay, so NCAA football. They have now got clearance to go forward, and the NCAA players who opt in will be paid for their name, image, and likeness to go into the new NCAA EA Sports game, which has not released since 2013. It is now on track to be released next year with the full go-ahead from the NCAA. I think I expected you to be a bigger fan of it. You never really played it much, right?
I'm shockingly, as a fat guy, not a big video game guy.
Yeah, I
played a ton.
This is the game.
I did play when I was younger, but what was the last one? 14?
14.
I definitely played some early.
This is the video game I played the most in my life. This is the video game that's most important to my life. And from about 2002 to 07, I would be at a GameStop. They would have midnight releases on Tuesday. They literally walk in with boxes of the game, cut it open, and start handing them out. And they would get standing ovations as they walked in. I would be in the college. I would be in Mississippi State, me and the whole football team waiting for our copy of NCAA 05, 06, 07. But it's just I'm excited. I'm also nervous that they fuck it up.
Oh, they're going to fuck it up.
Yeah, because Madden hasn't been great. It's the same game every year, but they say it's going to be a different game than Madden. Now they got the transfer portal to put in there. They got all these things because NCAA is a harder game to make because you got 130 teams. You have different playbooks. You got the option. You got the read option. You got all these different play types that are not in real pro football. So it's a harder game to make. So I hope they don't fuck it up.
As long as they just keep the player mode, the coach mode, all that the same, and just put the few, like you said, the transfer portal in that. I don't think it's as long as you just keep the bread and butter.
Well, recruiting is my favorite part of the whole game. What are you looking at?
I think she took my lunch.
I took your lunch?
It's the same bag, but it's fine.
Chick-fil-A?
No, I need a green today. I haven't had a green in about 6 months, it seems.
You need a green today.
I need some greens.
I wonder whose that is right there.
That's for sure you.
It's chicken nuggets and sweet tea waiting.
Right?
Huh?
Did you have it yesterday?
No, we had Outback yesterday.
Oh yeah, the day before.
Yeah.
I got it the day before because of you.
I don't even enjoy it anymore. I just have to have it.
Of course you don't.
See your name.
Did you play with the mascots?
Nah,
that game?
All that shit.
You never played it in that?
I saw it, but I didn't care to.
The Miami Duck was fucking electric.
First of all, that's not a goddamn duck. It's an
Kind of
ibis or an iris or an ibis.
It's ibis.
It's an ibis, yes.
Yeah, but you look at it, it's a duck.
I thought
Yes.
they were the Hurricanes. Have you played the emulator that we have on the Game Time PC in there?
It's hard to play defense on that game. That's college football revamped, right?
Yeah, it's like someone built a
But
updated game on the
college
engine.
football revamped's been in my DMs, and they want to get it set up on my PlayStation or my stuff at home. And I now have a gaming computer. I've just been lazy and haven't done it yet. Haven't set it up. But yeah, I got to get that set up. But I guess college football revamped going to have one more good go, and then
I have heard about this for so many years now. It's coming back. It's coming back.
I mean, it's going to be 11 years by the time they get it out. I'm so excited.
So
man.
are they gonna are they putting Caleb Williams in the cover? How they?
Oh yeah, well this time actually Caleb Williams will be going to the NFL by the time this game comes out. So this time
that's right.
This time they could use an actual college football player.
Cover athlete's going to get a bag too, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Did you play college basketball one?
I played the one with Greg Oden on the cover. I loved it.
Oh, I played the Kevin Love one. It was my favorite one.
College Hoops 2K8 is my favorite.
Kevin Love one, just playing the tournament with a team is literally amazing.
So EA Sports had one called March Madness, and then 2K had a 2K, and 2K8 was incredible.
2K football used to be good.
A lot of the NFL, a lot of Maddens or a lot of NBA, you play that Final Four with a team or something, and you're you want that full season. College is way.
Oh, I gotta have that full season.
Yeah, college is way better.
Oh, y'all know that. Well, y'all don't know this, but I'm 50 games into my MLB The Show franchise this year.
Every game.
Every game I'm playing
every game. Just hit.
No, I do everything.
You field.
Yeah.
What do you position?
No, you just play the game.
Oh, you're a pitcher.
Yeah, no, you play the game.
Play the full game?
He's the team, not a player.
You're not a player?
No, I play the game.
That's wild.
Go ahead.
We're getting a video game expert to call in right now.
Rico.
Who? Why?
A local video game expert is calling in.
Well,
He's on the line now.
Hello, what's up?
I'm not a video game expert. I love how he sandbagged me with that. Did you see that clip last night with these Y2K maniacs?
What Y2K maniacs?
No, sorry, the NBA 2K maniacs that have like a league and they take the ad drop like serious and they're talking about it as their livelihood. Did you see any of it? Where do you draw the line? That's basically my question. Where do you draw the line with taking video games too seriously as a video game?
I think the 2K leagues are crazy because they'll have positions on a team. There'll be 5 guys sitting there. They'll all be running the same. Like I don't get down with that shit. That's crazy.
It was a wild scene. You can ask Jack Mack. He recorded it. But did you see? I asked them. I said, "Hey guys, you know there was real basketball on tonight, right?" And then they were like, "Yeah, but we live this. We live that." I'm like, "Okay, this is." Wild.
And this is the subject that spurred you to call in.
No, I knew it had to do something with what he did because he did do it. I didn't listen to it yet because I heard it was funny, but he was in a fucking Twitter Spaces.
I didn't want to take over the whole show. There's been 47 asinine comments. Marty says Popovich is too old. Krzyzewski was too old, but he thinks the program can go in a great.
What did he do, you dumb fuck?
He handed it over to Shire. Popovich is going to hand it to somebody younger. He's going to build it off.
You think him going to Spurs is good? Is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
He's the best player in the world. They might sweep.
Sweep what?
What?
You saw what Jokic now.
Jokic is the best player in the world.
Yeah, just like you. How did that Grizzlies bet go? How'd the Grizzlies bet go, Rico?
Nothing gets by me ever.
You are a Rico whisperer.
I do it to everybody. I was
Rico said the Grizzlies are going to win the championship.
I know people.
I agree though, Rico. Nuggets are on sweep watch.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, what did Ev say?
I said I was the only one that picked up you transitioned to the Nuggets. I said I know people better than anybody.
I've been. It is what it is. I've been right out. I've been dealing with some shit, but the video game thing. I wanted your opinion. It was 2 minutes.
It's all good. Thank you. I appreciate you calling in. That's great.
All
right.
Yeah.
Bye.
This guy needs it. This is why when you're not here, deal with this. Don't listen because you're gonna get upset at home.
No, but there is something to like a little throwback, like #1 caller on terrestrial and satellite radio, Rico calling in with a little bit of buzz.
Oh, caller Rico is probably the best Rico.
Also,
There's
talking
no doubt
about
that.
something that we just no one knows what exactly he's talking about either.
Actually, let's do picks and Zah, or if any of y'all can find the Rico call when he called into Miami when Dave. When we sold the pen.
It's with Lawan and Compton.
Yeah.
We'll
have to skip some parts because of the music.
Oh, we can't play that?
He's truly one of the best callers on the internet.
Zah just his face hasn't caught up yet. Zah's confused. It's when
No, I know the show you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I know it's just I was trying to figure out the music.
It's fuck Clay Travis. He's like fuck.
Anyway, if y'all can't get it up, fine. Marty, your picks. Marty.
I got the Pirates, the Heat, Diamondbacks, -1, Angels, and Yankees money line.
What's that motherfucker doing?
So he's stealing your sweet tea.
That's why
I would love nothing more than him not to steal it, but to pop that sucker in and take one sip.
All right, Big F.
I'm all over the Heat tonight. I love the over. I think the Heat keep it close. When the Heat first half plus 4.5 in game plus 8.5, and we get it over tonight. Over again.
Boy, that over was intoxicating yesterday.
Oh, it was so easy.
It was intoxicating.
In the first quarter, you're like, oh,
all right,
got one.
I almost want to take Heat off now.
I know everyone wants to eat.
Yeah.
8.5.
Nobody believes in them, man.
I believe in them now.
And they've had a while to play. Like they've shown up to every series ready to go.
The reason I was doing some research just on teams that play Game 7, they usually struggle in that first game.
Didn't the Heat win? I think they won Game 1. I know they won Game 1 in the Garden.
They did.
They won Game 1 against the Bucks too, right? And they had to be 8.5-point dogs against the Bucks.
They were for sure.
Yes.
People are just like poo-pooing the Bucks thing. By the way, they're poo-pooing the Bucks.
You say poo-pooing a lot now. You realize that?
Did I?
Yeah, you say poo-pooing a lot.
I've ever said poo-poo.
Marty, can I suggest a play for your card? If you want to complete your Lakers, Duke, Yankees, Infinity Stone, Real Madrid plays a game today against Man City. If you would like to.
Oh, you stealing Zah's joke from yesterday?
He stole it from me.
I expect better than you.
He stole it from me.
I'm going to say, Ebo has been coming after me a lot lately, and I don't like it.
You've been saying poo-pooing a lot.
I'm just saying, add to your Infinity Stones.
Oh, you could go fucking drink your Jokic bag of milk and have some cereal with them, and he'll be
best player in the world.
He's not the best player.
He's the best player in the world. I'm sorry, he's the best player in the world.
Okay, you can.
Nikola Jokic is the best basketball player in the world right now.
No, he's not.
Who's better?
He's not.
And no, Joel Embiid ain't.
No, it's not Joel Embiid. That's a fact. That's just a fact.
Your beard's on the line soon.
He's not the best player in the world.
You want to hit this?
I told him last night after the Sun series, I was trying to slow my roll a little bit.
His points, rebounds, assists were 47 yesterday. He passed it with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's unbelievable.
He scored 4 in
His passing ability really is incredible.
He's not the best player in the world.
You tell me who's better.
I'd still take Steph Curry over him.
Well, that's a wrong opinion.
No, it's
right now. It's a wrong opinion.
Yeah, you're.
Ask the Lakers at the end of this series who they had more fun playing. That's all.
I'll try and ask.
Ask him. Ask him. Get old Terminator Jr. to ask him. Did Rico send any picks, or does he just take the day off fully?
Oh, you know that's going to upset him.
Yeah.
You knew that was going to upset. You know he's still listening to.
It's upset him even worse that he didn't send picks, I'm guessing.
And Rico can.
His phone can still text.
Rico can come after me, but he also was like, the Grizzlies are going to win. And then he's like, oh, the Warriors good value. All I have to do is win 4, 5, and 6.
Well, he's just taking shots at you every now and then. It's fine.
No, I'm good
just
with
getting the ring a little bit.
But I'm allowed to go back at him. That's what I want the people to know.
All right. Yak is up next.